What's up, guys? It's Corey from SuperKamiGuru9000, and welcome to my review of One Piece, episode 586. Another excellent and funny episode of One Piece. This is one of those anime series that it's really hard to hate, and the only thing I could really hate on in this episode is maybe the pacing a little bit, but otherwise, I got a lot of really great laughs out of this episode and a lot of excitement towards the end of the episode. We finally go back to Luffy, Zoro, Robin, and Usopp hanging out in the middle of that frozen lake. You got Brownbeard and the pirates shooting their cannons at him, trying to capsize them. Eventually, they knock them in the water, and it's hilarious because all of a sudden sharks show up, and I loved Usopp's reaction to this. The place they're at is like the epicenter of the battle between Okiji and Akainu, and you can see that definitely in the way things look. One side is completely frozen, the other side is melting away, and because of that, the ocean has been able to sort of seep into this area, and a lot of sea creatures have made their way in. This is why all these sharks are starting to attack them. One of them grabs Zoro and starts bringing him under, and it seems like they're pretty much screwed at this point, but, I mean, come on. Are sharks really going to beat the Straw Hats? And Zoro makes that painfully clear for us, but it's really funny when they get out of the water. They are obviously like super pissed and ready to fight, but they're so frozen they can barely move, and the only thing they can think of is they just want to steal the clothes off of these guys. And I loved the reaction that they made to it. It was really funny looking. I love when they were getting ready to finally attack, their eyes turned all red and everything. It was really funny. Brook also jumped in to save the day with his badass ice sword technique, which is pretty damn awesome. It doesn't seem like he's going to live up to the other bearded characters of the series like Whitebeard or Blackbeard, and it makes me wonder, will there be any other colored beards in the series? I can't wait to see. My personal favorite part of the episode, however, is when we go back to Sanji, Nami, Chopper, and Frankie, and they're running with the kids through this area, and then Law uses this crazy technique on them, which is displayed in a very funny manner. They're all like in this box, and you can see their hearts being removed, and then he flips them around a little bit, and essentially what happens is he makes all of them switch bodies, and there is a really, really funny order for which they were chosen. First and foremost, I'm going to get this one out of the way because I laughed my ass off when I saw it. Sanji gets to be in Nami's body, which is paradise for him. It's hilarious. The first thing he does is he just immediately rips his shirt open. He's just like, yes! I love my giant boobs! They're awesome! Nami ends up being in Frankie, which is hilarious because she's easily the most masculine one. Frankie, who's inside of Chopper, and you have Chopper, who's inside of Sanji. The last part of the episode is just pure awesomeness when we get to see Law just decimating everything within his special little bubble, and he's just fucking everything up in the area. Like, he's taking the ship that they have and he's cutting it up into all these different pieces and stacking it against the ice and basically making this giant sculpture that translates out to "fuck you guys." Smoker won't have any more of this, so he decides to finally start joining in the fight, but it's not going to be that easy. And then eventually Tashigi decides to fight too, and this is where we get that cliffhanger part of the episode. It looks like she's actually been cut in half, but come on, guys, we know that she's just been separated, her body parts, just like what Law always does. She's going to be okay. This was another really fantastic episode of One Piece. Compared to a lot of the other shonen series, I really liked this one for its humor, and it showed through a lot in this episode. There were a lot of really funny moments. Just the way Usopp says things, and like I said, that moment when Sanji got into Nami's body, I really reared back laughing when I saw that. It was just animated really hilariously, and you can probably expect that to be the thumbnail. Everyone else is going to use Smoker versus Law, which happens for about 2 minutes. I'm going to use the boobies. Personally, this was a pretty damn good episode. If I only had one complaint, it's pretty typical. The animation wasn't the best in the world. There were some moments I felt it kind of dragged a little bit, in particularly at the very beginning when they're hanging out in the boat. Yes, Usopp, we know they're trying to capsize you. We've known that since the last episode. But it's still worth your time, so I'm going to drop a 9 out of 10 on this episode. I definitely can't wait to see the next one. I can't wait to see what's going to happen in the battle between Law and Smoker. It looks like it's going to be really exciting. How did you guys feel about this week's episode of One Piece? Were there any moments that really stuck out? Anything that made you laugh? Anything you thought was awesome? You can let me know in your comments below. Remember, guys, as always, hit that like button and give this video a thumbs up. It's definitely the best way to support SuperKamiGuru9000. That and subscribing. That concludes this review today, guys. SuperKamiGuru9000. Out.